to Ginger and Parlay for, what's the date today? Monday the 4th of October 2021. I'm sorry it's a bit late. It is past, what time is it? It's 10 past 7 here, local time in the evening. I believe in the UK it's 10 past 1.
Oh my God.
10 past 1 in the morning.
Might be a little bit late.
Might be a bit late. It's a very late parlay. Don't know if anyone's going to be joining us for this one. But we have some tepid beers. They're not hot. They're not cold either. So we thought we'd see if anyone is out there. Oh, we've got one person. There's one Nighthawk. There, Christian. Saying cheers. Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
We've got 3 people.
Oh.
We have three individuals.
Sleep.
People don't sleep. We've got the Nighthawks tonight at 10 past 1 in the morning, UK time. 10 past 2 in the morning, Central European time. Oh my God. Hi guys, says Ginger's Giraffes. Hello, Gingers. Hello. I don't like the colour of this light. I'm going to change it. Woo. There you go. That's much more better. Much more yellower. Don't like blue light, don't like white light. It's really harsh. Reminds me of morgues and buildings from the 60s, which shall remain nameless in this podcast. 2:11 here in France, says Adam.
2:11.
Ginger's Draft, I'm in the US, so it isn't even bedtime yet. Hello to all our buddies in the US, our friends on the other side of the Atlantic, actually on the same side of the Atlantic as us these days, just a bit north of us. I think that Panama should annex the United States of America. It'll sort everything else. Now I bought these Maria biscuits. Now anyone's been backpacking around here will probably recognise Maria biscuits. They're basically rich tea. They're basically McVitie's rich tea biscuits, but like a sort of South American version of them. I think they're really good. Oh, gavel.
Oh, another agility.
Marcus nearly face planted himself.
I did.
Onto my hammock there.
Yeah, sexy.
Did you just call the missus?
No, I was going to. I realised it was really late.
Yeah, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning
Yeah.
in France.
I
I was like, I don't know if you should do that.
Oh, the Matthew probably. My son's there at the moment, so he'll wake.
The Mafia. What?
What Matthew?
You said the Mafia's there.
My son, Matthew.
Oh, I said the Mafia. I was like, what? We have them in Denmark too. Where will come here? They're everywhere. Alright. Adam has concerns about your back. How's your back, mate?
I'm on the back at the moment. It's my shoulder. I stepped funny. I've got bad back from years ago. I've got to be really careful. I just don't. Name me up. I have to lay on the little board for God knows how long.
I think I'm gonna have a bad back tomorrow.
Don't be surprised. I'm watching how people are carrying that stuff. And the only one that really had the technique was Ishmael.
Well, if the guy in the boat gave it to him on my shoulder, that was fine. But because the boat kept moving away, because Ishmael's daughter was in a little kayak, she kept pushing it at the other end. And I was like, stop pushing it away. And it meant that I could only go so close, because otherwise I thought, because it just goes straight off. Do you know what I mean? It's quite deep. And so I was probably like a metre away. And so I put it straight on my shoulder. It swung down, so then I had to lift it up to my shoulder, which just made it a lot more difficult. Anyway,
you're gonna feel that tomorrow, you know, don't you?
We brought all of the cement and the sand onto the island that you might have seen earlier in our Ginger Vision, Return to Ginger. However, Ishmael pointed out that we can't leave the cement out there all night in case we have a storm like we did last night.
I did say that. you told me it was wrapped in bags.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know anything. Don't listen to me.
Okay.
So anyway, Ishmael and his son started bringing these bags over to the house, so I helped them out, and that's why it's taken a little bit longer than half an hour to get back to.
Yeah, what surprised me is that stuff they use for their concrete here. It's pretty shit, isn't it? Stones all different sizes. I mean, they've got some stones like that big.
Yeah.
And some obviously Normally, like for instance, for concrete, you use 20 mil down. So basically, anything up to 20 mil crushed. And the bit about what the crushed stone is that it, because there's flat sides to it, makes it stronger in the concrete. Because they're like pebbles.
Yeah.
They're round, which means they can move around in the concrete.
Oh dear.
No, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. It's only floor, isn't it? But I'm thinking if you're doing structural concrete, like for instance, I was thinking about your piers and stuff that are out there. No wonder they're if that's what they're using. No wonder they've sort of eroded a little bit on the outside.
They're a bit shit, the ones that we're on at the moment. Me and Ishmael were discussing on the way back the walkway which we're going to have to build from this boat dock to the house. How we're going to do it. So he wants to do concrete pilings.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Well, I think so. When they're done, aren't they?
That's what he said.
I think it's possible.
He just says otherwise you got to be replacing it every few years.
Yeah, it's pointless.
If you do it out of concrete, it's always there.
Yeah.
So we need to work out how many. He was saying 4 inch.
Yeah, you'd probably get away with 3, but they get more spread on the bottom, wouldn't you? 4 inch, 4 inch. You've got to get 2 posts on, haven't you?
And also, we don't just every 2. We want to have a post in there as well, like a wooden post that goes all the way up, so we can attach string lights, or we can have a handrail, or we can have a little arbor as you're walking through, like a little arch. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Why is no one talking to us? Oh shit! Loads of people talking to us.
Well, they are.
It's just yeah, they are.
You're just ignoring them.
No, they just didn't come up on the screen.
No, just ignoring them.
At least you're both getting lots of vitamin D.
Oh, I suppose that's
Jeremy, yeah, that's
well,
all right.
sort of, because but he doesn't let me take my clothes off, you see. So I've got tan lines everywhere. My bikini line, terrible. You'll see it.
Oh, it's terrible having to wear clothes.
I know, I don't like wearing clothes.
It's a.
And also, you've got to wear clothes because you don't want to get eaten by bugs.
Well, okay.
But otherwise, I'd be at the top one all the while because, quite frankly, I don't like looking like that. All like that. I'm quite dark anyway.
I don't think you need to worry about it, man.
I do. I worry about it. It's about my appearance, you know. You know how much I worry about that.
So if the weather holds, are you planning to do the cellar tomorrow? Yeah, that's the plan tomorrow. It's going to be we're going to do half the cellar tomorrow, and then it's going to be the half that the water tank isn't on. And then that's going to set.
Are you going to put little bits of rod through between the 2 pads, so they don't end up doing this? Oh no, it shouldn't be a problem because you're doing concrete, aren't you? That shouldn't move. That'll be fine.
We could do, but then we're gonna have to drag the
water
tank. Now, if we had done that 2 days ago, it would have been dead easy because it was like it wasn't even a third. It was like down to like this at the bottom. It really was really low.
Well, when I looked, you looked before me. That bit rained since then.
Yeah.
And yesterday, my giddy aunt.
Last night was just the maddest storm that we've had since we got
here.
in.
Actually, a storm. It's just masses and masses of rain. Well, there was lightning there, wasn't there?
Yeah.
There was lightning.
Yeah, we always.
It wasn't windy there, was it?
Do you want a Maria biscuit?
Oh, it was a That was a Maria biscuit.
It's like a rich tea biscuit. Like a rich tea biscuit. Yeah. But apparently they had them in
they had
them in France. I'm pretty sure they had them in France.
We don't buy biscuits. We hardly ever buy biscuits. Yeah, it's just like that. It's a bit nice in the rich tea.
I always think of biscuits as a traveller's friend.
Yeah.
You know, like if you just get on a train or something, have some biscuits. Because, right, you don't have to eat them all at once, like you do with a chocolate bar or a melt, or like you do with a bag of crisps. And weirdly, like if you share your biscuits, it's not as weird as sharing a bag of crisps. I don't know why. I think it's something to do with the way people touch.
Why does that bother you?
What do you mean?
Like sharing the bag of crisps. Why is it weird?
It just seems when you're travelling on public transport anywhere in the world, it's easier to share biscuits with people. Like you go, oh, do you want a biscuit? And they'll be like, oh yeah, sure. Whereas if you're eating a bag of crisps, especially if it's like cheese puffs or something, and you go, would you like some cheese puffs? So I go, no, it's alright, mate.
Yeah, that way they don't eat your cheese puffs and go well for you. So you should really be getting crisps.
Yeah, but I like to share. It's a good little ice-breaking move when you're on a train in India or whatever. Get yourself some biscuits and share them out to people.
Get 2 packs of biscuits so you've got some left for yourself.
Do you ever hear that story of Douglas Adams where he was on a train And one of those tables where he's sitting opposite someone.
Yeah.
And he took out his biscuits and he took out his newspaper. And he was reading the newspaper. And he's got these like Jaffa cakes or something. And this guy who's this guy
Come on,
who's
put it on my elbow.
this guy who's sitting opposite him just takes one of his Jaffa cakes. Or his hobnobs. Maybe it's a hobnob. Let's say hobnobs. Takes one of his hobnobs.
That's a fighting game.
I'm being British. He doesn't want to say anything. So he just sort of grabs the next one and just eats it, staring at the other guy. And the other guy sort of looks like this. And then he takes the next hobnob and starts to eat it. And then like it's like a Mexican standoff or whatever. They're staring each other out. And each of them is eating one biscuit at a time. Until the entire... And they're too polite to say, "Oi, stop eating my biscuits." Took us out to... And then the joke is, he gets off the train and he thinks, what a rude man, eating all my biscuits without asking. And he looks at his bag and there's a full pack of hobnobs in there. It wasn't his biscuits. He'd been eating the other guy's biscuits the whole time. We can imagine that, like, you know, spaghetti western kind of music playing as like these two guys are just like eating each other's biscuits on the train. Right. Got loads of comments here. Wow, loads of people watching here. This is good. How long a crate of beer lasts? Well, it's
not long enough.
It's not a crate, it's a palace. Got 24 beers in a palace. Probably lasts about 24 hours. Do you have a cement mixer on the island?
No.
Yes, Marcus.
No cement mixers.
We've got a wheelbarrow now.
I
bought a wheelbarrow today.
That's a really good idea.
$50.
You need to keep it clean with salt though.
We do. It's my third wheelbarrow of Jinja Island.
Also, if you've got any old oil, wrap the oil over the frame.
Okay.
Got to sort of help keep the salt away from
there.
Because things you can't keep the salt out of all the little joints. That's what's going to rot.
Yeah. Are you going to have enough fresh water to mix the concrete? Never heard of salt water being used. Jeremy, we've got loads of fresh water after last night.
That boat.
Really?
Crikey, really?
I don't know. Ishmael said we can use that.
Shit, all sorts of crap in there. Got all sorts of bird shit and all sorts of stuff that's landing in there.
It's only been in there for a day.
No, it's all the stuff that's been in the boat before. It's all been washed within that water and it's been pulled out. Now it's in that water.
Okay.
Well, why would you ruin that?
Fair enough.
You've got all this trouble, and you've got a tank full of water that you need to get rid of.
True. David Faulkner, thank you for your Hong Kong $38 super chat. Woo! Good morning, boys. Great that you're live at a decent time for me. Nice and early in the morning. Hello, Hong Kong. Hello, tomorrow. Hello, people of the world of tomorrow. Where's the chicha coil? Is it on fire?
It's on fire.
Oh, there's so many insects. Yeah, put it there, man.
God, I was getting eaten alive at when you're doing all that heavy lifting.
Yeah. Oh, you poor thing.
I know. Watching you guys work.
Watching us work.
There's no way I could have done that at the moment.
Don't eat bar nuts. Salt water will destroy the cement and rebars.
It will.
Have you seen the video where Jacob Rees-Mogg is confronted by a guy with cerebral palsy? The guy let rip at Mogg. It was brilliant. I didn't see that, Alexis, but we will have to watch that.
Did you hear about Ian Duncan Donut?
No, did he die?
He got bashed with a road cone at the conference. On his way to their Brexit talk.
Someone throw it at him?
Well, no, he was confronted by 5. They got arrested. There's 5 people, 2 women, I think, and 3 men. And they confronted them, and he got bashed with a road cone.
Good. Sorry, I don't mean to be horrible, but he can go fuck himself.
Yeah, but that's prime material for my videos. Those sort of things I like.
Ian Duncan Donuts.
Yeah, Ian Duncan Donuts. And
Jasper says, my dad fell asleep on a train with dark glasses on and got punched. The guy thought my dad was looking at his woman, but my dad was asleep. Oh my God, Jasper, that's crazy.
That's nuts.
I like the Alexi Sale story about he always used to fall asleep on the train on the way to like wherever he was going, like Milton Keynes or whatever.
Yeah.
And so one time he put a sign around his neck saying, "Wake me when we get to Milton Keynes." And he woke up in Euston. It was like shit. And he had a little note in his pocket and he took it out and said, "Wake up, Alexi, you're at Milton Keynes." Funny shit. Yeah, okay. I'm very glad that Mark got a load of shit, and Dunkin' Donuts got a traffic cone thrown in.
And then you got Goves making sarcastic kind of speeches about Angela Rayner because she's brought up in poverty.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Cheeky bastard.
You know what he's getting at? He's trying to twist it around in a way that although you've got respect for, sort of thing, but he wasn't. He's been fucking sarcastic and smarmy.
He was adopted, so if things had gone the other way.
He's a fisherman's son, and he said that his father's business was ruined because of Brexit. But the fact of the matter is, his father actually sold the business before the EU.
Sorry, his father's business was ruined by
No,
Brexit, or before.
he sold his business off. So was in the EU. He sold it off, even though Gove tries to make out that it's EU that destroyed his business.
It's EU. Sorry, you said
Sorry,
Brexit.
I
was
know,
like, what?
I'm getting tongue-tied here. I'm thinking about my pain. I'm in pain.
Think about all the people. I've got some aspirin in my bag.
I've got some paracetamol on that as well. Well, aspirin or whatever. But
I got tablets for whatever.
I woke up like that. It's got real like a trapped nerve in my neck.
I've got some piss and vinegar.
Oh, have you? I've got the vinegar. Have you got the piss?
I've got piss and vinegar.
Oh wow.
Search Google for Walter the Softie, see what comes up. There's a video on Joe, bloke with silver balls. He has a 2 degree attacking Rees-Mogg verbally. Priceless. I'll have to check it out, Chris.
I've got to see that one.
Without wanting to be a killjoy, are you planning to prioritise work in the time remaining? I know you want to fix everything, but I worry weather is your enemy. We're going to just get done what we can. We want to make the house habitable. That's it. If we can make it habitable before we leave, bonus, right? Excellent. That's our mission accomplished, right? If we can make it beautiful as well, and Marcus wants to.
I think you should do both bits at the same time, really.
Okay, I'm happy to do that. We've only got 3 weeks.
We seem to be like, for instance, the solar and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff that we've done again because of where we put it in a hurry. So we'd like doing the job twice.
Well, the solar panels don't need moving. It's just
No. The actual batteries need moving. There's a bit of cabling to be done as well.
Yeah, okay.
Because we're moving it. We need to find positive routes for the cabling
Yep.
into the house, which I probably think I'd keep it fairly central.
Yeah.
You always box that in around that post to make it more chunky. Avoid cables going up there.
Yep. And then you'd have to see the cables.
Yeah.
But I mean, you were talking about getting branches and things of
quirky stuff. Make it quirky.
from the trees that have been pruned or cut down, and basically making making little what would you call them? Like artifacts, like decorations, decorations to go on the stairs and to go on the doors,
trimming,
like the door handles. Imagine that, trimming.
Yeah,
that's
trimming.
It. So imagine that the door handles are all made out of like local woods, and they're all like curvy and stuff. It look really cool.
Well, make door handles like branches. That's quite a good idea. And also like hat stands and on the walls like antlers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just kind of.
We can do all that stuff. I mean, 3 weeks isn't that long, but we have got a bit of time. But we do have to prioritise getting this concrete pad put down in the basement so the basement stops flooding, because that's a huge issue at the moment. Once we get that in place, it frees us up to work with putting the electrics so the batteries are downstairs. Although we'll probably keep the actual solar control upstairs.
Keep the electronics away from that damp.
Yeah.
Look at you got a water pump down there. Look at the state of it. That's because it's down in the damp.
Yeah.
I know it's a boat one anyway, so it's just about to cope with it.
Oh, do you know who make pumps?
Sureflow.
Total.
No, really?
Yeah.
They make everything. Or at least they put their name on it.
I took a photo to send you.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I took a photo out of me outside an articulated lorry that had Total on it and had the whole range of tools. So I was like, oh, we've got all them. It was like Pokemon. Gotta collect them all. We did.
I'm quite impressed with Total. They seem good for the money. They're brilliant.
Yeah. I love your master plan to escape the petrol crisis, genius. Thank you, G-Pan.
That's not getting any time soon. I don't care what they do. That's going to go on and on. They're going to be They said that they're going to have the military short term. Well, what's going
Yeah.
to fill the space in after that? After that,
Military.
it's going to go on and on and on like Ariston.
There's a video on Joe. I've had that one. BBC News. The Conservatives say they are working with the police after an energy boss attending the party conference says he was verbally assaulted by a party member at the Midlands Hotel. Indigo Safe was assaulted with a traffic cone. We should do a GoFundMe. That traffic cone has rights, says Paul.
Exactly.
Didn't you say you had some theft there before? Aren't you worried that all your stuff and effort will be pilfered when you leave? David, the only reason why things were stolen is there was no one on the island. There was no one on the island for like 2 months, and that means that people coming past on the cages were like.
There's still a worry though. You have to think that there's still a worry. You don't. These people you've had there before just disappeared. There's nothing to say that Ishmael wouldn't do the same.
Well, I mean,
I don't think
it's
he
not,
would, obviously, but
it's not just Ishmael. It's his dad Julian. It's his brother Leo, and I've known Leo for years.
Yeah.
I've known Leo longer than I've known Ishmael. And for that to fall apart, well, Coco Vido would have to fall apart. Well,
there could be a tsunami.
there could be a tsunami. But you can say that in the UK. There could be a tornado. I mean, there are tornadoes in the UK. It's just not very, very common. But I think not doing stuff because you're worried that bad things might happen.
No, you've got to move here. That's what I'm saying. Also, you've got to move
is
here.
a bad reason. I can't move here because Catherine and the kids and my mum and dad are in the UK. I'd love to move back. I would really, really love to move back here. And the part of me that really, really does not want to go back.
Have you seen Bad Grandpa?
No.
You haven't seen Bad Grandpa. So I'm sure people have seen Grandpa when they tried to post a kid, when Grandpa tried to post a child, his grandchild. You could do it with the two little girls. You stick them in a big cardboard box with a straw.
I was going to jail for the rest of my life.
But they wouldn't know, you see.
Hashtag not worth it. But yeah, I've got a real trepidation going back to the UK. I'm going back at the end of October, and the place is an absolute bloody clusterfuck. It's a banana republic without any bananas. I mean, oh my god. We're going into this winter of discontent. You've already got fights breaking out.
There's autumn of discontent. They've got winter of discontent, and there'll be a spring of discontent.
Yeah.
And a summer discontent.
Yeah.
Actually, we just call it annual. Every year, discontent.
You already got fights breaking out in the forecourts of petrol station.
Not just fights. You got fathers and sons fighting their dad over fuel.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on?
Does his dad vote for Brexit?
Probably.
I remember where Dennis the Menace hits his dad with a tray and aluminium bottom splosh. Dad tries to borrow a boss, but Dennis switches trays. Good morning. I will listen to Late Date on RTE.
Oh.
But did you get any of the shiny ones? Oh, we need to get some shiny Total Tools. It's a Pokemon reference there.
Is there shiny
He won't get that.
I don't do things like Pokemon.
It's only 25 years old. Before his time. Right.
No, I just don't do games. I've just been too busy making things.
What was I talking about the other day? I was talking about Mario. I was talking about Mario, and you're like, I don't know anything about Mario. And I'm like, how can you not know Mario? Like, you must know Mario.
I know Mario and his little mushrooms, yes.
Yes, exactly. Little mushroom mans. Your princess is in a different castle. We have bendy bananas now. Support the Hamilton boys. Thank you very much. Boris will save Christmas. Just call it an Annis two-end Haribus. So, while we were away, we didn't just bring over some bags of cement to the house. Also pulled Marcus's beautiful workbench out of the water.
It's still there.
It's been in there for 4 days, and it was still there. And you were saying it was quite genius, like the idea of putting it in the water.
It is a very genius idea, and when you think about it, it's actually quite obvious. The only thing is, there's all steel fixings and everything. I might have to back a few fresh ones in.
Oh, right.
Or they might corrode away.
It's not stainless steel.
No. There's some galvanised nails in it now as well, but also there's zinc plated steel screws, which aren't going to do well with salt.
Did you notice I've had a shave?
I did notice actually when you came, and you clipped your hair as well, didn't you?
No.
Your hair's not sure. Oh no, it's a ball patch.
It's just me. I'm just bald. Testosterone,
So
baby.
what happened then? Did you find some clippers?
No. Right, so clippers in the shop were $25. Right.
So you borrowed them and put them back in.
And the barber shop, I said, how much to shave my beard? And he said, $2. And I went, cheers. He shaved my beard for $2. I said, thanks very much, mate.
You wouldn't use my clippers because I use one with scrotum.
Boris will save Christmas, says Jeremy.
Right.
Surely Marcus was a Panini stickers man in the 80s. Did you have Panini stickers? No? I did. The footy, World Cup 1989. Sorry, 86 when we played Argentina.
All I wanted to do is make stuff all the time.
I had a short circuit Panini album.
No, too much short circuit. I used to like electronics as well, making things like electronics.
50 years of Dandy and Beano Panini album.
You're a certain kind of geek.
Back to the Future. I had the Back to the Future Panini album, I think. Black Cauldron. I had the Black Cauldron Panini album. I reckon that'll go for a shitload of money on eBay these days if it was full. These late nights are making me ill. We'll go to bed, Jasper. Evening, Graham, Marcus, and everyone, says Draconic. So the workbench is clean now.
Yeah, it should be bug free.
Yeah. Did the termites enjoy the swim?
No, they're drowned and salted. They're salted. There's like salted passing there.
And your friends on the workbench will not survive.
Now we need to talk.
As I said to the termites as they drowned.
I'll make things on it.
The guy who I may have shaved your beard for £2, but he's managed to make you look 23 again. So lol. Oh, thank you.
Alright. It's obviously trick of the camera and what have you, because you look like an old hag.
Oh, you need to buy me coloured pegs. And I'll cash you. And your children. And your children's children.
We've got
And your children's children's children.
Are you going to try to sell me some lavender now or something?
Well, when I'm
You
trying
okay?
I'm trying to teach my stepdaughters all different kinds of laughs. Because you got your witchy laugh, haven't you? And then you got your evil boss laugh.
Oh, that's Dr. Evil. That's a Dr. Evil laugh.
Which is kind of cool. Kind of cool. Is there any types of laugh you'd like to hear? Put them in the
Yeah,
comments.
Richie Sunak's going to tax the hell out of you.
He is. Is that because I got an island?
No, it's because you're going back to England. You don't know about your island, your tax haven. Talk about tax havens, what about the Pandora?
Stop it with the Pretty Patel. Impersonation's too accurate.
Oh, Pretty Patel.
Smirking horror. Pirate lights, ovs. Pirate laughs. It's a bit different from a woo-ha-ha. It's kind of like an arr at the end. So what was Marcus's childhood toy of choice?
Oh, God.
Scalextrics or Hornbeat Railways or something?
Oh, both.
Both. I think it was broken glass and custard with barbed wire in.
I had a bamboo hula hoop with a stick. I did.
Laughs with beer. You had a little hoop and a stick. Did you have a Hornby train set?
I did actually.
Did you? You spoiled bastard! Oh, lordy darling, you Lord Fauntleroy with your Hornby train set. Oh,
I preferred the Scalextric.
in my day,
I had a racing chase at one point.
all we had was barbed wire and custard.
Oh, lovely.
No, I was a Scalextric lad. I like Scalextrics.
When I was in Sallows, some of the barns what have you, we used to rent a room out to a Scalextrics club. There's all these like old men playing Scalextrics. It's full on setup.
Yeah.
They're racing their Scalextrics. They had those like league tables and that's proper.
That's kind of cool.
It's pretty cool.
I do like Scalextrics. Yeah. Set up a Scalextric set in the attic.
I had these little motorbike sidecars as well. But they're impossible to control over.
Marcus,
Too
do you remember Dogtanian and the Three
Yes,
Muskehounds?
I do.
1 for 1 and all for 1. Muskehounds are always ready. 1 for 1 and all for 1.
And obviously
Helping
he does as well.
everybody. Do you know what?
What?
I've revisited
Okay.
Dogtanian and the Three Muskehounds as an adult, and it still stands up. It's still actually very good. And there's a whole subtext about the Queen of France having an affair with the British King and stuff. So it's quite funny. It went over my head, obviously, as like a 5-year-old. But do you know what else stands up? Do you know what else is really worth revisiting if you have the time and the inclination and possibly the torrent site to get it? The Mysterious Cities of Gold. Trust me on this one.
Is it a film or series?
Oh, it was a TV series. It was a cartoon series done by the same people who did D'Artagnan. They also did Belle and Sebastian. They also did Ulysses 31.
Oh,
which
Ulysses!
Also is awesome.
Oh, crikey.
Which is, you know, any idea, any concept, any film, whatever, always improves by being remade in space. So it's the story of the Odyssey, and it's retold in space, which is boss. I have a full-scale wooden locomotive.
Oh, wow. What?
That's pretty clever.
A full-scale wooden locomotive. You mean you've got a wooden train, scale, in obviously not in the house.
Brilliant. Can you use it
That must be huge.
Can you run?
Oh, what a Millennium Falcon full scale.
Could you run over Tories with it? Nico, come to donate more dosh, says Jasper. Paul Taylor says you're never too old for Skeletric or Lego. That's very true. I really enjoy when my stepdaughters are playing with their Lego and they're like, "Can you help us with this?" And you just sit there for a few hours putting all the pieces together with them. It's really
My
fun.
son,
Hi there, said Nico. Hi.
Nico. My son Matthew, because he's disabled and that, and his coordination isn't great. He does a lot of Legos. He does Star Wars and stuff like that type Lego, but it helps him with his coordination. It's very good.
Yeah, and Lego's just fun.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a really fun way to learn to build. And what I like about Lego is, generally speaking, it's unisex, isn't it?
Not always.
What do you mean?
Sometimes they like pink bricks with like
Pink bricks.
frilly bits on.
Yeah, but you know,
The sexist bricks.
some boys like that kind of thing. My retro recommendation, given your circumstances, is I love it when a plan comes together. Hashtag
Yeah.
Crazy Rules
Yeah.
from the A-Team. Remember Meccano? Yes, I remember
I
Meccano.
don't much Meccano. I used to love Meccano.
Yeah, another great
Old set.
learning how to build.
Yeah.
But technical Lego has kind of
Oh.
sort of taken over the whole Meccano thing. You know, in Scotland they had the Selkirk wheel, which is this thing where it used to be like a series of like 13 locks or something, but they changed it, so now it was closed for years, and then for one of the Millennium projects, it was to join up the Clydesdale and the Union Canal. Sorry, I'm probably getting the names wrong. These two canals, and they were separated by this massive distance in height, and they had this wheel, the Falkirk wheel, which has a gondola at the top and a gondola at the bottom. The boats go in and they turn around and swap places. Look it up. It's called the Falkirk wheel.
Okay.
The guy who designed that did a scale working model with Lego Technic to show the concept of how it would
That's
work.
clever.
And it actually only uses about the same amount of electricity as boiling a kettle, because the engineering is very clever. Because obviously it's a counterweight, because the water comes in, doesn't it? And then the water pushes one side down as the other side goes up. So they must allow a little bit less water in to the bottom bit, maybe? I don't know. It's really cool though. Awesome, Adam. I remember having loads of secondhand Lego as a kid, trying to build a tower taller than me. Managed to get it 5 feet tall in the end. Whoa. No,
we all tried to do that.
Lego makes stuff for girls and boys separately. Oh, that's a bit rubbish. Well, some of the Lego sets that we bought Evie have included Paris and London, like landscape Lego, and the London one's got the London wheel on and stuff, and the Paris one's got like a little Eiffel Tower and a little arched tree.
Little figures that done like Brexiters.
Yeah.
With Lego Men haircuts.
No. But yeah. But then again, I mean, like the games that the girls play, I don't think they're any different to what I played when I was a kid. Like it's Monopoly and Guess Who and cards and stuff like that. It's not all gendered. But yeah, you're right. We shouldn't gender children's games.
What about adult games? Can we gender those?
No.
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Strap-ons all around. Right. I think I built more Lego as an adult than ever as a kid.
You got kids?
One of the amazing things I've seen with Lego is where enthusiastic amputees have made functional prosthetics. Wow, that's pretty fucking cool.
You know Mark Wesling, guy did that Brexit guy on their channel, German guy.
Yeah.
He also does Lego. He's got a Lego channel.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
He's a lovely guy. He's actually Mark. He's right.
No. That's fucking cool.
Mm. It's
People
quite hard
make
actually
arms
now
like-
because the oh, I forgot what it's called now, COPA, because the COPA rules, like with YouTube stuff. As soon as you say it's for children, because it's a toy, technically they class it as a toy Lego.
Yeah.
So those who do like specialist channels with Lego and stuff like that, they can't advertise on them. They can't receive revenues and stuff because of COPA rules.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So you can't put adverts on stuff that's made for children.
I can't remember. No, it's quite complicated. As soon as you do that, they don't. YouTube won't push it in front of people.
What's the name of this boat wheel thing? It's called the Falkirk wheel. Falkirk. Falkirk wheel.
I'll have a look now.
It's just down the canal from the Kelpies. So halfway between Glasgow and Edinburgh. There's an incredible bit of engineering. There you go. The Falkirk wheel. Marcus is looking it up on his jelly bone. So hands up, you wasted ages today trying to get on Facebook.
Oh yeah, it crashed, didn't it?
Yeah. Falkirk wheel.
Can you see it? Oh,
Is that the yeah, I think it's it.
okay.
The end bit swishes round. And the bottom goes to the top, and the top goes to the bottom.
I better go like that. Oh, it won't expand.
To progress through all the locks back in the day took about 17 hours. But now it's just one.
Why would you build it though? What's the point of it?
To join up two of the canals. So you can get now from sea to sea in Scotland. There used to be...
What's wrong with a bridge?
What? Hey? It's a bridge.
Why can't you...
It's on water. It's a canal.
Oh, it's the canal. I'll get you. Sorry.
So one canal's really high up and the
Yeah,
other one's
no,
a bit low
okay,
down.
I'll get that.
Because sea level is different levels depending on where you are. Did you know that? Well,
What's wrong with Stanner lift?
what?
What's wrong with a Stanner lift? Don't you just use Stanner?
Oh no, because I don't think the water would work, mate, and you've got to get a narrow boat on it.
Was it Alexander Boris to Pfeffel Johnson's brainchild?
No,
It's not,
Because-
it's not like the Garden Bridge. Then.
because it actually exists, and it's actually really made, and someone actually did it. Which is, you know, cool. Scottish engineers cliche, lol. Yep, I saw that before. No, I recognise the picture. I was laying carpets, not on Facebook. We should, if you use Lego to demonstrate Brexit, build a Lego House of Parliament and another encrusted jump a load of crap on it, blow it to bits.
Maybe the 120,000 pigs that are going to be incinerated should be incinerated under Westminster.
Some of the best times I've had with my grandkids have been spent building Lego. Not sure who enjoys it more though, lol. Scottish engineers. About 3 a.m. Jesus Christ. Water cooled computers. Water and electrics don't mix well, trust
I've
me.
got a water-cooled computer.
I got wallpaper paste in electric socket once, lol. Yeah, go to sleep again. Night, Nico.
Night, Nico.
Thank you for your support, mate.
Cheers,
really
buddy.
appreciate it. Where's everyone watching from? I'm in Antwerp, Belgium, says
Ooh.
Stephanie. Stephanie of the Hughes clan.
I'm watching from Jinja Island in the Caribbean. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Mm.
Forget Lego, get a giant 3D printer, says.
That is probably quicker.
Money was no object. But when people complain about the cost of Nico's in Utrecht, as in the Treaty of Utrecht from it's Australia. 1715? Shit, I can't remember. There was Westphalia in 1648, wasn't there? And then there was Utrecht in 1750. But I might get mixed up with the Treaty of Vienna from 1850 and then the Treaty of Versailles from 1919. Help me out, people. When was the Treaty of Utrecht, which gave Gibraltar to Britain in perpetuity? True story. Midlands, England. We have fuel here. What? We have fuel in the Midlands. If Trump hit the Lego, he may have got
It's
the war
funny
built.
how they got fuel in the northwest at the moment, isn't it? I wonder why that is. Conservative Party conference.
We could have even had Lego minifigure with silly hairpiece. Unfortunately, he would have to be our Boris. Ugh. Another Utrecht here. Wow, we've got 2 people from Utrecht watching. That's phenomenal. Are you watching together?
Oh.
My systems don't leak. I pressure test them first.
I've got a water kill system. Who said that anyway?
Anyone would think you've got a history degree. Yeah, it might do. I wasn't really paying attention. Yorkshire, England. That's from Jeremy. Yorkshire, but which Yorkshire, Jeremy? There's 4 of them. It's not enough to just have one Yorkshire. You've got North Yorkshire, South Yorkshire, East Yorkshire, and you've got West Yorkshire and East Riding or something. I don't know. It's 4 of them anyway. No fuel in the South. Did a fuel poll. Opinion is the selfish there. Treaty of Utrecht was 1713, said David Faulkner, and it was finalised in 1715. It's just started raining.
Good job with cement.
Ah, mate. So I got the right. No, I think I got it right because it's 1715. It was finalised. And then the Treaty of Rome, 1915. The Treaty of Maastricht, 1992. Great days. Great European treaties. London, UK. West May. Oh, West Yorkshire. Well, that's close to Lancashire, so that's pretty good. I'm pretty convinced that if the wind gets up, then Marcus's elbow is going to hit me in the face.
Yeah, I'm all worried the bug crawled up my face. Go away, bug. Go away, bug. Don't like bugs.
Vaminos pest.
You worry about my yeah, get away first.
Westphalia.
You worry about my elbow pointing towards your head. Swing.
Right. The Peace of Utrecht, a series of peace treaties signed by the belligerents in the War of the Spanish Succession in the Dutch city of Utrecht between April 1713 and February 1715. Thank you, Nico. I think if that question had come up in a quiz, I could have argued that I got it right. Since you're in the tropics, is it true that fjords aren't tropical? Well, that's an interesting question. I don't know if Slarty Bartfast came down this south.
Oh.
When he was designing the Earth with his friends on Magnathea. What was that? I thought you were just lazy animating, pointing at Marcus.
Pointing. E.T.
What's ET short for, Marcus?
Extraterrestrial.
Nah, he's only got little legs.
Oh.
Bye, Nico. Keep safe.
Okay, mate.
Aren't you partying for the fjords? No. Not a Norwegian blue, mate. Not a dead Norwegian blue.
So what are you going to do when you go back and you can't put fuel in your car? Are you going
Fine, don't have a car.
Okay, in your girlfriend's car.
Oh, well then that'll save me some money. What does DNA stand for? DNA stands for something being D, nucleic acid. Don't know what the D is. Deoxynucleic acid. Dorito nucleic acid. I don't know.
Doritos?
Something nucleic acid.
Oh, it's Dorito there.
It could also stand for Douglas Noel Adams, which is the name of Douglas Adams.
Who's it? Oh, thanks, Jerry. He likes my videos.
Oh, he
I
loves
think
that
I might
video.
have uploaded too many today, so I don't think any notifications went out.
You uploaded too many.
I think so.
How many
I did
then?
about 8 videos this morning. And
Fantastic.
I uploaded at least 6. Plus there's 2 went first thing this morning, so it's definitely more than the 3 in the 24 hours.
Paul's missed a few feeds. We've been working on the electrics over the weekend, so just getting the light switches working and stuff. Marcus was doing that today while I was out getting
Yeah,
cement.
I was having a bit of a pissy fit with him today.
Uh,
I did one set and it was fine, went perfectly well. The second one is it's either the light switch or it's the cable again.
it's probably the cable. Shitty cable.
Annoying.
I've got new cable though.
So I decided I'd put another thread on my stairs.
Yes.
I did that.
Well, that needed doing. So
And
that's
I've got the
good.
cables in the box, another thread, so the job's done.
Excellent. Does not answer. Who farts the loudest? Says Alexis. Me.
I tend to. I pinch. No, I release. He just lets go.
I let rip. Like honestly, the walls shake.
They do.
The walls shake.
You
at
notice
the
the square glory hole?
power
on the
of
wall?
my sphincter.
Have you between our rooms, have you noticed the square glory hole? You have to use it sort of like laying down on your side, but there's a square glory hole.
Yes, you need to fill that in. But Splotty Bart Files will be
really?
disappointed. You aren't missing them. There you go. It stands for deoxyribonucleic acid. Deoxyribo. I need to remember that. I can only remember the NA. National Dyslexic Association. Da 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 da. Woo! Didn't we do a joke yesterday about? I got with a girl called Macy. She was dyslexic, so all night I did the YMCA. He spent ages crafting those fjords, bloody centuries if I recall. Yeah, all the fiddly bits around Norway. Deoxyribonucleic acid. I can remember that. Deoxyribo.
Why don't you just call it DNA?
Like deoxyribina.
You don't really need
I'm off to
know
bed.
this.
Good night, Mark.
No,
Pooh. Right. I'm not getting notification. I didn't know this had started. Sorry. To stop people doing 17 live shows a day, the folks at YouTube decide that you can only get like 3 notifications a day. Obviously, because I've already done 3 videos today, you don't get notifications. So
that's what I think. Well, some of my videos didn't do very well today because notifications hit. So I'm not shooting myself in the foot, doing more videos.
Yeah.
But I'm not getting as many views.
Now I know why there are so few mosquitoes.
They're all here.
What?
They're all here.
Loud but useless. Oh, my fart. The room shakes from your fart. Oh, that's what happened to that volcano. You've done the quantum chaos butterfly thing.
You're going to cause a tsunami.
But with bigger ripples and not your wings that are fluttering.
It's going to cause a tsunami.
Have you ever lit a fart? Have you ever?
No, I've never.
Have you never tried that? You fart?
No.
It is absolutely. It is as hilarious as you would imagine.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, try.
Try it.
Will you video it if I do it?
Yeah. Have you ever tried?
You want to look at my ass?
Have you ever tried putting a condom in your head and then blowing up with your nose?
No, I've tried I've done the condom thing. You have to boil them first. You stretch them. The old monoxide and spermicide stuff. It's a bit smelly.
Jerry says I'm off to play in a video game.
Oh.
Right, well, I think we've done quite well today. You got your tread done.
Sounds so uneventful. Got your tread done.
Your tread done. You got the wire, a bit more wiring done.
Yeah.
Sounds like the rain is getting heavy. Did you bring your wellies for the walk home?
I have.
No. I've got my shoes.
I tend to always try and walk up here with wellies on. The salt wrecks your shoes.
I just feel like these shoes are gonna just.
I bought new shoes to come here.
They're gonna be old shoes.
I thought we were gonna be going out and stuff, posh places.
Loving the sound of the rain in the night. So jealous. I thought we were going to posh places.
Yeah,
when did I ever say we're going to posh places?
We're going to go to posh places with all these posh people. You said might even meet Jacob Rees-Mogg. You said. That's what you said. And Ian Duncan Smith.
Have you been on
in
the?
Dunkin' Donuts sniff. That's what you told me. You did it on
Have you been on the peyote or
No,
something? Have you been on the
I can remember you
absinthe?
saying it. Claire
Have you
was
been on the
saying
absinthe?
in our
Have you been on the absinthe?
I've forgotten the absinthe.
You can't just make stuff up on the live thing. I can sue you for defamation.
Well, you might find it a bit difficult.
You're not in the UK. Yeah, but it's nice warm rain.
Oh, it's getting heavy.
Oh, it's really heavy. Good. I don't know how I'm going to get back to the house now. Annoyingly, I went for a swim. I went back to the house. I got changed into fresh clothes. This is all brand new, fresh, well, not brand new, but like fresh and clean clothes that I'm wearing.
You might get wet.
What's ASMR Jinja? I don't know. You're going to the Belgian place. That looks posh. Yeah, the El Conspirato or whatever.
Oh, Clandestino.
Clandestino. Oh, by the way, on the subject of the haunted pencil re-smog, the dear vid has got up and been viral being called a disgrace. Yeah, some people have mentioned it. And he is a disgrace. Start building an ark.
We might need to.
Might need to. The rain is actually coming in
2
now.
by 2. I tell you what, I won't put on the ark. I won't be putting those blue and bugs on the ark. There'll be no bugs on this ark. Oh my gosh, where's he coming down? Okay. I think it was safer here.
I'm staying here until this goes off, mate. ASMR, YouTube videos and satisfying sound effects of people listening.
Oh. Hello!
Alright, well I'll record some of this rain sound at some point.
Make me want pee.
White noise, etc. helps people sleep. Well, I could have recorded the sound of the storm last night, but I don't think it would help people sleep because every now and again it's punctuated by a massive bang of thunder. Sorry, Steph, I'm trying to talk above the sound of the rain.
It's so loud!
I want to know if you've ever seen the rain.
Oh, it just stopped. Like it's been look, it's just a little bit of rain now.
Kept doing that last night. I thought, oh, the storm's going off now, and then it'll come back at like absolute violent
Oh, it's
intensity.
getting windy.
Oh man, I love it here. Ah, nice warm summer rain. It's magic.
Every now and then I fall apart.
How come I get rained on there? That's because the wind. I got driving rain. I need umbrella.
If I were you, I'd make a break for it the first sign of slowing down. Doesn't matter. You get wet on the way back to the house. Just put your clothes out. They'll be dry in 2 hours in the morning. Are Jinja Island and Bastimentos the same? Asks Chris. No. Bastimentos Island is a very different island, about three or 4 miles away from here. But for some reason, when we put our YouTube go live thing on, logs Jinja Island as being on Bastimentos Island, which makes no sense. We're actually closer to Cristobal. But you can look up Jinja Island on Google Maps. It's on Google Maps, you can look it up. We're never going to get back, mate. We're stranded here all night now.
In the driving rain. I'm getting a rainy bum.
I like it.
There's 0 trans fats in these biscuits. Delayed the cooking.
Does that mean that J.K. Rowling would like them?
Are they French?
I think so. Or Spanish.
Pascal's their French name.
Yeah, but it's Pascual. I think that's Spanish. Who knows? Are you the fella off the other podcast with the van man? Yeah, three blokes in the pub. Yeah, that was me.
Kieran the van.
Kieran the van man. He's having a laugh these days. Exactly what he predicted would happen has
It's all
actually
happened.
happened. Yeah.
All the ETA carnets to deal with now.
Transphobic biscuits. I wonder if you poured some Colo Abastamentos in the iron first. I like that. Any palm oil?
We've got palms.
Get coconut. Is coconut oil the same as palm oil?
No.
Oh. So what's palm oil then?
Doesn't actually come out the actual palm itself.
That's the stuff that they've chopped down all of the
No, no, they're
Borneo rainforest.
orangutans.
Hey Marcus,
Yes.
what's white and swings through the Bornean jungle?
Go on, what's white? What's this? Borneo jungle.
A orangutan.
Ooh! You tip it above your head so it falls out.
Yes.
Oh.
Good thing you're not on La Palma. That sound wouldn't be vain.
Yeah, that'd be
yeah.
like rocks and lava.
I mean, what's happening on Las Palmas, it's so tragic for the people who live there, but at the same time, it's just incredible, the force of nature. Like, nature is a force to be reckoned with. It's something that you should respect, not something that we feel like we should have lord and mastery over. And I don't know how many, like, natural disasters we have to live through for people to just get that through their thick heads. So, like, no, we should respect nature and work with nature.
The kernel, not palm kernel. What's this?
There's lots of different types of palm trees as well, so.
Yeah.
Good
no.
grief. I think that was from my orangutan joke. Iceland are the only UK chain that doesn't use palm oil in their own branded products. Yeah. Well, we always try not to use palm oil, but it's difficult. I mean, Nutella uses palm oil, so no Nutella. But all margarine seems to use it.
Nutella use it because they reckon nothing else actually gives it the same texture. They did try other oils in Nutella, but it didn't work.
Paul says, yeah, we don't own the earth, we're blessed with being able to survive on it.
It's custodians and we're doing a shit job of it.
We're doing a terrible fucking job. If it was a child and we did this job of looking after the child,
not our planet.
We would go to jail for child abuse. That's how bad we are at looking after this fucking planet.
Well, we're not. Well, it's not our planet anyway, so.
That you've got to follow. And yes, you guys are pretty bang on with your fortune teller. P.S. My brother is called Marcus.
Hey,
and I'm proud Ginge! Yeah! Only here, Jinja. Can call another Jinja.
I'm really getting rained on
getting so wet. I think my phone's going to conk out in a minute with all the water that's getting thrown on it from the sky. It's very true, very interesting. Right, Marcus, we're coming up to the 1 hour mark. And we're getting very, very wet. And I can't really see very well through my glasses because they're covered in rain.
Look, no.
I went to a XR meeting pre-pandemic and we discussed often the poo. What was Pooh talking about? I'm trying to find Pooh's comment. Pooh, where's the comment? Well, that's going back a long way, isn't it? I don't know what it was. I like the way people say, I never left your school. That's any kid's choice. What, Dominic? What? I haven't left your school. Like, that's my kid's choice. It was about palm oil. Okay. Yeah. We need to stop buying palm oil because it's fucking up the rainforest in Borneo.
Well, there's lots of things you stop making it.
I've been to 2 orangutan sanctuaries, one in Sandakan and the other one in Borneo, and another one in Kuching in Borneo. And gotta say, orangutans are magnificent.
Did the orangutans try to mate with you?
Well,
Jinja.
the one that I went to in Sandakan, a young uh, orangutan, a young male orangutan, was sitting on the side, and I was the only one there at the time because they closed for lunch, and I had to walk back down the path. And I didn't want to walk past him because I didn't want to freak him out. And he looked at me, I looked at him, and then he walked down the walkway in front of me, and I had my camera, and he sort of turned around as if to say, "Are you gonna follow me or what?" And I'm like, "All right then." So I walked along,
What?
and then there was just like this couple from Belgium, and they were on the other side, on the other walkway, and I sort of waved to them and went, "Oi, come over here, come over here," and they came over, and this young orangutan, he saw they came over, and then he started posing for photographs. I shit you not, I've got the footage of this. I've actually put it on YouTube. I'll put it up on the Ginger Island page if you're very nice to me. But basically, he starts lounging, you know, like with one leg, sort of like this. Do you know what I mean? Like just like with his hand behind his head, while everyone's taking photos of him. And then when the park keeper came out the park keeper lodge, he hid the you know, the handle going on the door, and he just sort of jumped up. He was like, "Ah, shit, I'm out of here," and just legged it back into the
That's
into the
very
forest.
weird.
It was so cool. He was like, "Yeah, take my photo. Yeah, selfies, super chats. Yeah." That was really cool. Nestle is my hardest boycott because I do love a sweetie. Yeah, and also Nestle bought Roundtree, didn't they, in the
Yeah,
90s?
and
or the
Nestle is
80s?
trying to buy up all the water
Yeah,
in America.
yeah. Seeing a baby orangutan in Malaysia in a nappy was so
Do you
sweet.
realise you can't even collect, in some states in America, you can't actually collect water in a barrel from your roof?
That's true,
It's nuts.
because the water's not yours.
No.
It's owned by a private water company.
It's called Nestle.
Seeing a baby orangutan in Malaysia in a nappy was so sweet. She was probably an orphan. Yeah, probably. Because Belgians get everywhere. I wish I did make it a major difference, of course, but the point is, on the shelves, it's way too late. I don't understand what you're getting at there, Dracona.
I wish it would make a major difference.
Of course, but the point is, it's on the shelves way too late. Oh, I see what you mean. With the palm oil. Yeah, by
Yeah.
the time it's on the shelves, it's too late. I know, but
Yeah, but it's all about supply and demand. If people don't buy the stuff,
yeah.
well, then quite frankly, they've got no reason to make it. There'll be a transition period. Obviously, they'll be making loads of stuff. They'll be sitting there not getting sold. But eventually, they'll realise nobody wants it anymore. Simple as that.
Draconic makes a fairly good point here. It's saying avoiding palm oil is like trying not to use too much paper at the workplace. Naturally, it's laudable to minimise
but
their use, but unfortunately, doesn't stop them from doing anything in mealtime. Yeah, but it doesn't take that many
No.
people. You don't need 100% of people who buy a product to stop buying the product because it's got palm oil in for them
Supply
to
and
change for them to change the recipe.
It's about-
You only need 1%. If they see the profit margin has gone down, that 1%,
Yeah.
they will do everything in their power to try and sort
It's
things out.
about supply and
Same-
demand. Get rid of the demand,
Yeah.
the supply would change.
Same reason why people boycotted companies on GB News who were advertising on GB News, and a lot of them pulled their ads from GB News. They didn't even know their ads were being put on GB News because they just left that to
Really? Did it really
the ad
happen?
department. Yeah.
Mm.
On the bright side, weather means your rain barrels will be full. Yeah, but we don't want rain because we're cementing the room that has the freaking water tank in. So we kind of want the water tank to not be so full.
You mean concrete the room? Put a concrete pad down, or top the concrete.
But what's the difference between cement and concrete?
Cement is the powder.
Yeah,
It's made from Portland rock.
yeah.
Yeah, that's cement.
Okay, yeah. So we've got
Concrete
cement.
is when you put stone and sand in it.
Is that it?
Once it's mixed.
So we
with-
lost that technology for the best part of like 2,000 years because the Romans used to have concrete. Like
Yeah.
no one thought about putting sand and cement to bulk out some Portland.
That's for reinforcement. It's not for bulking out. It's for reinforcement. The cement on its own hasn't very little tensile strength. So you add tensile strength by adding the stone and the sand. The sand is the filler. The stone is the strength.
But the Roman recipe for concrete was far superior and it actually got harder underwater over time.
Yeah, of course we did. It's not what we use now, though, is
Secret ingredients.
it? Not necessarily
Okay,
one mix.
while we are on, what was the name of the orangutan in Life of Pi? Ooh, good question. But the orangutan turned out to be his mum in the end.
Oh, I can't remember. I've only watched that once.
Daisy. It's got like a floral name, I'm thinking.
It's
I
orange.
can't remember.
Maybe it's just orangutan.
Kraft,
Orang.
Kraft Foods make palm oil. Yes, but Kraft used to be owned by Philip Morris, who made cigarettes, which have killed literally millions of people, 6 million people
That's
a
what
year.
aboutery. That's
around
what
the
you
world.
do. What the changes you make now. No by your mistakes. That's what you need to do.
I don't think Kraft are owned by them anymore.
No, is it a Dutch company or something? Dutch and Norway.
Spoiler. Sorry for anyone who's not seen Life of Pi. Okay, giving you a GBB's example. I said take back what I said because that did actually work. It did. It's like you say, the next step of contacting the company takes effort and we're quite lazy. We are. But then the internet's there to help us with our laziness. I always feel like this. If someone could be asked going out making the website to make it really easy for you to sign a petition or pick a, send a tweet. So when we set up the Boycott GB News website, it was set up so you could literally press on a button and it wrote the tweet for you. It wrote the tweet to say, I'm not going to buy your product anymore because you're on GB News. And all you had to do is press send. You had to make it as simple as possible. On Kraft owned by Unilever now. Oh, shit. Out of the frying pan into the fire.
Oh, it's Dutch then.
She was called Orange Juice. There you go, mate. You were almost right.
I was just guessing.
You said orange. I said it was something to do with a flower, so I was wrong. Not
Orange
seen it.
maybe.
Cultural appropriation. I've signed hundreds of petitions on this kind of thing. You'll be surprised at how often it works. Yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes it's not a case of how many people sign a petition. It's just pointing this out to politicians. It's not like they think about this kind of stuff. Don't think of anything else. They don't think of anything, do they? Well, these
At the moment, Ian
People
Duncan
point
Smith's
out
just
to
thinking about a road cone.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's got his head's down the shape of a road cone.
Yeah.
Do they put it over top of his head, do you think?
I hope so. You can't get it off. If we can chat with you guys, we can send tweets. Yes, exactly. Life of Pi, I thought the end was a bit more open to interpretation. Yeah, Pooh, it was. I love the book. I absolutely love the book. And the film was pretty good as well. Special effects were amazing. Unfortunately, the special effect company went bust after winning the special effects. Because that's what happens in Hollywood. Oh God, have you been to Port Sunlight? It's like a walk back to the 1800s. Yes, I've been to Port Sunlight shitloads of times. It's one of my favourite places in the Wirral Peninsula. And yeah, whenever people come to visit me in Liverpool, I often take them out to Port Sunlight and take them to the Lady Neva Art Gallery, which has one of the best collections of pre-Raphaelite art in the country, possibly in the world.
Is that down to a matter of opinion, or you just... Is it true, or you just make... Yeah, being biased?
It's got loads of pre-Raphaelite stuff in there.
Oh, really?
If you like pre-Raphaelite stuff, which I do, then yeah, it's awesome. But yeah, Sunlight is this town that was built by Lord Leverhulme, who owned the soap manufacturers, made Sunlight soap and Pears soap. And yeah, basically, if you worked in the factory, you lived in the village. And it was really lovely, and it was, every cottage in the village was different, and
They
it
call all
was
the tied housing.
really beautiful. And he had this area where you could go for a run in the morning because he was really into sort of fitness and being healthy and all that kind of stuff. Marcus, if you want Graham to understand the difference, explain it in Pokemon terms. Concrete is to cement what Charizard is to Charmander.
I haven't got a clue what that means. Explain to me.
Well, Charizard turns into, Charmeleon turns into Charizard, turns into Charmander. Oh no, the other way around. I can't remember.
Cement is purely a ingredient of concrete.
It's a little fire lizard.
Is it really?
Yeah. Beautiful film, and the book was stunning. I've been to Port Sunlight. It's really pretty. It's great, isn't it, Pooh? Do you know what? Life of Pi, the book, I think it makes a really good argument for zoos. Because up to reading that, I thought zoos are horrible. They put animals in cages. And that's pretty shit. But as long as the animals are treated well and have enough space for their natural habitat, actually, it's not such a bad life for an animal because obviously they don't have to worry about being eaten by a bigger animal because they're in a zoo. Fairly good argument. It's all about.
The cage, so you like it.
Sorry.
Put you in the cage, so you like it.
Well, it depends who was in the cage with me. When the aliens come and they put us on into cages, if they put me in the same cage as Karen Gillan and the chick from Mad Men with the huge boobs and
No,
Jessica Rabbit, the Little Mermaid.
You just got to make doing a Dean Doris.
She's not a ginger.
No, but you just got to make doing the Dean.
No.
What,
the gingers are going to have their own cage, and I'm going to be in.
In fact, they might just cull you.
I'm going to be in the gingers cage with the mum from Cuddles and Dimples in the Dandy. I think she was a redhead. Oh, and Wilma from the Flintstones. And Daphne, was it Daphne from Scooby Doo? She was a ginge. Quite depressing that all these hot gingers are all
Cartoon characters.
FML. Anyway, it's about making a noise and initially people not liking to look at X-Rebellion as people are really heroes-ish. Yeah.
Yeah, I follow Extinction Rebellion, but some of the times it's all a bit. I think sometimes they're almost enemy. They don't really project themselves very well. So as being like lunatics, and the cause is is honourable, but sometimes they don't present themselves very well.
I've got an insect on
And
me.
byline times, I think they go the other way. They present themselves too well, and
They look-
like low tots.
They look too polished.
Yeah.
Jeremy Goff, Back to Life of Pi. I hope this isn't a pain. Who wrote the book? Jan Mantell. And who directed the film? Ang Lee. But you won't like me when I'm Ang Lee.
No.
Port Sunlight was set up by the Quakers.
All the Quakers.
Oh, was it? I was there once, did some work for Unilever. The office was an old railway station. That's so cool. What a fab place to work. I knew someone who lived there. Charmander is the baby version. Charizard is the adult version. So it's Charmeleon in the middle, the teenage version. After lots of pressure and experience, though a better example would be Conkeldurr, as that Pokemon actually has concrete slabs. Actually has concrete slabs. Speaking of Life of Pi, do you have any large predators lurking in the jungle? Only Marcus. I'll go to bed. I'll go with Wilma, but I'll be thinking of Betty Lister from Red Dwarf. When he's talking about fancying Betty Rubble from the Simpsons, from the Simpsons, from the Flintstones. Wilma! Johnny is a team version, correct? Thank you. Ask me another. I would have thought the Parleys would be sitting around a nice little glowing campfire, quietly sizzling dinner instead of two boozy men swinging hammocks, jumping chips. But maybe I'm too romantic. Actually, in my head, I was thinking what you were thinking, Jim Bob. But the reality is, we've got like a little R2 disco here, a little disco light. We've got some hammocks to chill out on. The thing is, if you chill out in the house, it's not as comfortable, is it?
Actually, there's nowhere. Because I was a bit of pain today, and there's nowhere to actually sit.
No.
There's no. You've got a bit of plywood.
Which isn't that nice.
No. There's nowhere to get comfortable. And unless you go to bed.
Yeah.
Oh, what about to do that?
Yeah. Anyway, should we wrap this up, mate?
Mm-hmm. There's no chairs in the house.
Two boozy men swinging a hammock in a post-pandemic
Got to swing.
pandemic
I'm
monopoly.
trying to swing it. Oh. It's actually not that easy to swing when you want to.
Hey,
Hey.
you swing if you want to.
Ooh.
This ginger's not for swinging.
No, I've only had 2 beers. Well, not even 2 yet. Although I had a beer earlier.
Cheers! Marcus, here's to another successful day on Ginger Island.
Well, I bet you're going to feel it tomorrow. That you are.
It's easy to swing in the Midlands. Woohoo!
So you had to fill those bags up with a shovel, did you?
Yeah.
Blimey.
He's the king of the swingers, yeah. The jungle VIP. I've hit the top and had to stop, and that's what's bothering me.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I wanna be like you. I wanna walk like you, talk like you.
Did you rape Mowgli?
Oochie-boo. Pardon? What?
Mowgli.
Would I rape Mowgli? What is
What?
wrong with
What?
you?
You the
What?
What do you say
What?
rape?
Wait, that's what you just
Do
said,
you
wasn't
rate?
it? Race?
Right, do you the film Mowgli?
Oh! Did they make a Mowgli film?
Yes. They, like a Jungle Book.
They remade
Remake.
They remade the Jungle Book.
Yeah.
Wasn't it called the Jungle Book?
No, not Mowgli. Wasn't it Mowgli?
Did they change the name?
They call it Mowgli. But it was about Mowgli.
Bastards. I don't know. I think they should leave well alone from a movie that's pretty good.
I thought it was quite good actually.
Jungle Book was the last movie by Walt Disney that Walt Disney actually took a hand in creating.
Oh.
True story. Right, Marcus. I think we're gonna
Right, Graham.
we're gonna go into the night. We're gonna.
It's not raining now.
Into the
So
night.
we might make it without flooding.
Yes.
That's if there's not a big moat
should
between
we-
us and the house.
Should we fade away? Should we fade out? Should we fade out? Bye, everyone. No. I'll just turn this down. Bye, everyone. Bye. Bye. Maybe we should have had the light like that because
That
that's
actually better, isn't it?
that's a lot less obnoxious.
Yeah, I was thinking that earlier, but I thought.
Sorry for having 2 light bulbs on the screen for so long. Just had a nice, soft, gentle light as we descend into the night.
Oh,
Good night, everybody.
oh, Graham.
Good night.
Graham, come back to bed. Love me forever.
Good night, everyone.